Hello, hello, it's Aggie Joe. So I just wanted to share a little bit of a story from my first day at work. Woo! So it turns out one of this is so I got hired as an assistant store manager, and it turns out the other assistant store manager there, I had helped her husband in one of my previous works, and apparently we had such a good conversation that she actually asked me if I was looking for a job, and at the time I was sort of loyal, sort of not. I told her, hey, I'm happy where I am. It's kind of funny because 2 months later I got the boot, but I was happy at the time, and I guess maybe because my manager was there as well. Maybe I wanted to say that, but hey, listen, I should have taken the opportunity when she asked, but it came full circle because I'm working with her now. It was very lovely. I helped her fiance, husband. I'm not entirely sure how the whole thing is, and I think we had a good conversation, and we just ended up having a chill time. And she did ended up asking me, hey, are you looking for a job? And looking back, I think that everything would have worked out if I had taken it, but that's not how these things go. And fortunately, I was able to quote unquote see the light, and I am currently in a place that I'm super pumped to be in. Good, very good first impressions, and everything like that. So it's kind of funny how everything came in full circle. I had we met by chance. Her fiance just decided on the day that I was working that I'd be there, and she took the opportunity to ask me. It's funny too because for the interview, there was a scheduling mishap with the. Well, I want to say it's a scheduling mishap. There's just stuff happens, and when I first met her, she tried to give me this look like I looked familiar, and then I start work today, and she's like, "You're that guy. You're that guy that I was trying to I was trying to recruit and stuff like that." So it's pretty interesting. It was nice to kind of see when you give good customer service. I was in sales, so how my sales interaction or experience with her fiance was so memorable that she still remembers me to this day. And it's kind of interesting how much impact you can have just based on one interaction, because we had not interacted after that point. You know what I mean? And for her to remember me, it's super super interesting because like I don't know how I would feel personally, because a lot of people who have been super helpful for me, I don't even know what they look like, to be perfectly honest with you. But generally speaking, I am the type to keep to myself. So if I had the option of receiving help that I need and just staring blankly into something, I'll start blankly into something 2 hours, every any day of the week. Good luck trying to get me to ask for directions or help or anything like that. I am not very good at that. And yeah, it's just a super interesting, funny story. I gotta leave out some details because it gotta be a little bit ambiguous to who I am, in case anyone catches one of this channel. But yeah, it's super super funny, and I I I just it's cool. It's interesting because I never thought that interaction would result in something like this. Because if, for example, the manager had a good impression of me during the interview, then that assistant manager that was there, for all I know, vouch for me. Say, hey, I remember this guy. He was very very helpful, super cool in the interaction when we had sales, and super professional and whatever. And it's nice to know that my hard work and the way I carry myself and how I handled, my sales approach was appreciated, and I think I'm going to do well. I I've got a I think I've got a bright future with this company, and I'm super pumped to join them. And I just hope that they're gonna be willing to keep me, and that's something that's on me. I'm gonna make sure as hell that I gotta have no excuses, and this is it. Of course, this is gonna be it for a while, and then maybe I want to move up, but this is it for the time being. And if you any of you out there are sort of struggling, I hope like I did. I really hope that you're able to find something that you find meaningful, that really opens up yourself financially as well. Don't be afraid to move up. Don't be afraid to go through the growing pains. Don't be afraid of any of that stuff, because once you get older, you always want life to get just a little easier, especially when you live in the Western world where you have that privilege, right? There are many people out there who will never see the light of day, right? So I hope all of you find something meaningful, and if you ever want to have a conversation, feel free to comment on below. Uh, Maybe you can shoot me an email. Who knows? Anyways, thank you very much. Later days.